Hello, everyone. We're live today. Thumbs up if you can hear me, or give me a like if you can hear me. Give me an angry face if you cannot. And we'll go from there. A little bit of housekeeping that I need to do. Why is this not showing up? I don't know. Hmm. I'll figure that out later. So today we're talking Black women, white men. Serena, I get why you did it, girl. I get why you did it, girl. So when I first thought of this topic, I don't know. I don't even know why I came up with this one. To be honest with you, Hmm. Let me do something real quick. Sorry, y'all. It is. It's not showing up on my Facebook, so I have to figure out why it's not showing up on my Facebook. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. And I think it is now. Well, as you know, I'm your host, Randy. How are you all doing? I don't know why this thing is not working on my Facebook. Anyway, so we're talking again, Serena Williams. Oh, there we go. We're back. Okay. Serena Williams and well, not Serena Williams in particular, but mostly black women, white men, and how that is a thing now. Which I like that it's a thing. Some people don't. It's cool. Whatever. It is what it is. I will throw really quickly. I forgot to do something. If you want to join me live, you can do so by clicking on this link. Really? What? What do you mean, really? Oh, I did that wrong. Oh my goodness. Today is today's a good day. Today's a good day. We're gonna figure this out because I did it super wrong. There we go. All right. 2 points for Brandy. We'll pin that. Maybe this one. Okay. So I need you all to bear with me here. Share the video to your page, like it, comment, do what you do best, and just love on me for a second. Why really, really what? I'm confused. What's the really for? Yes, really. Black men, black women, white men. We talk black men, white women. Why not flipping on them? Okay. So this came about because of just real life. Like I feel like black men are slacking. Like black men are really not doing their thing. Like they're not standing up to the plate. They're like crowding the plate or far off from the plate or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Oh, we have a guest. I didn't think I was gonna have a guest today. Here we go.
I can't hear you for some reason. Can you hear me?
You can't hear me? I can hear you.
Huh.
You can't hear me?
I cannot.
You can read my lips. Interesting.
Let's see.
Okay, I think the rest of the world can hear me. But we're talking black men. I mean,
I'm gonna
black
hop
woman,
out and
white
hop
man. I
back
don't know
in.
why I keep saying it. Huh?
I'm gonna hop out and hop back in.
Okay. Um. So where was I? That threw me off. Wasn't expecting a guess. So I blame black men for black women being interested in white men. And I'll tell you why. I don't know any black female that was like, ooh, I'm from young, dating white men or thinking, oh, white men are so da 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 da. I mean, you may find, one or two every now and again. David Beckham was always one of those. Wow, he's sexy. Paul Walker, like those kind of things. But it wasn't like, ooh, man, I'm only gonna be with white men. I don't date black men. I only date white men. It was never like that for black women. That I know. That I know. So I'm not saying all black women, but the ones I know. But I know some black men that be like, I'm only dating white women. I don't date black women because da 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 da. Whatever, that's cool. Do what you do. Yeah, I don't think you have to advertise it, but apparently it's advertisable. And yes, that is a word. It'd be okay. So came to this because it's just personal life and seeing other people's situations and how they went about things and handled things. Now, I do want to go through a list of how far are you from your destination?
I'm about 10 or 15 minutes away. I still can barely hear you, but I can read lips well, though. So we'll go for
Okay,
it.
great. In fact, my husband is white, but all my exes are black. I didn't seek out. Right. I don't think black women seek out white men. I think black women have an affinity, like we have a connection. We have this desire for black men, and then, but I mean, your desire and your lust for and your yearning for a thing that you don't obtain for a long time dies eventually. It don't last forever. It lasts for a very long time with black women, but I can see how it won't last forever. Your thoughts? I don't know if you even heard what I said, but I don't want to keep talking and you only have 15 minutes to share with us.
I don't think. I think black women do seek out white women. I'm not all. I mean, I think there's exceptions to every rule. But I think the I saw a video today actually, and it said you never hear Mexican men saying, "I'm not going to date my race." You never hear Asian men. You never hear any of these other, even white men saying, "I'm not going to date my race." But it is very common to hear um, black men and black women come out and say, "I'm done dating black women," or "I'm done dating black men." There's a memes on Facebook all the
You
time.
hear
If you
black women say, I'm done dating black men. But you don't hear black women say what black men say, which is, I don't date black men. I don't date black. Like, we don't say that.
All right. I think that I'm not a racist. Let me just say this for the record. I can't be a racist. I got a collar on. It's impossible to be a racist
Can't
when
be a racist because you have a black hue on.
right. But I think the issue is there's some black women or black men, but we're talking about Serena, so let's talk about black women. There's some black women that did not have a great experience coming up. They weren't, maybe they weren't groomed like the stereotypical black woman coming up. Maybe their parents exposed them to more culture. I actually know some people who grew up with Serena and down in South Florida, and apparently they were bullied. They weren't the average black girls. I haven't seen the movie with Will Smith, so I don't know if it shows that in there. But apparently they weren't the average black girls because their father had them in tennis and culture and things like that. So black boys were mean, and when you have that dynamic, I could see why black women do it, but I also don't think that all black men should be thrown away because you've had bad experiences with black men.
Well, I don't think anybody should be thrown away. However, if if people are saying you're too educated or you're too whatever their definition of it is, independent,
Approaching a railroad
you're
crossing.
too this, that, and the third, then okay, let me find somebody who sees that I am not too independent. However, I'm interdependent, and if I need to step up, I will. Or you're too. masculine, like Serena for example, like a lot of people were like she was too masculine. Like she plays tennis. Her shoulders are gonna be broad and her legs are gonna be thick, especially for a black woman. So it's like y'all don't find her attractive, somebody will. Y'all don't want to treat us right, somebody will. And it's just a fact of life. Um, what are your honest thoughts
You can't
of
find anyone black
women
that will.
of right?
You can't. Eh, I don't
Let
know
me
about that.
rephrase. If the man that is supposed to be that doesn't see me as too masculine or too independent or too this, that, and the third doesn't find me, somebody of a different hue or a different skin color will. And whoever gets my attention first is that's it. I mean, shoot, Serena, I don't know what's going on, but Serena had comment. Okay,
Why
so
isn't
what are
that
your honest
as
thoughts?
why isn't okay? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I know what you are you? Can you hear me? Why isn't what you said? Why isn't something?
Say that again.
You said why isn't something?
I see your lips moving. I don't know why I can't hear you tonight. I can see you.
Okay. Well,
Great
I'm gonna
lipstick
carry
color.
on.
Great lipstick. Great lipstick color. It really pops with your shirt.
Thank you. Thanks. Um, honest
A
thoughts
white woman
on
could
black
never.
women who end up anyway. Honest thoughts on black women who end up with white men. Um, people like to call it preference. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going to talk about it. People like to call it preference, but I feel like it's a last resort. And like I said earlier, I don't know any black female that as a child was like, I only want white men. Black women have this attachment to black men that is innate. It isn't forced. It isn't required. It's just a thing. Eventually, you venture out and you do whatever you're gonna do. But it is innate in black women to stand by, to stick with, to try and try and try to be with a black man. My opinion.
Is it that? Is it that
Go
they're trying
ahead.
to be with black men, or is it that? I mean, I think we're predisposed to be attracted to our race. I think that. I don't think that. I think that's our culture. That's who we're around. You date with your culture, so you guys like the same music. I don't think black women are fighting to be attached to black men. I think I don't buy that.
I didn't say it was a fight. It's just an eight. It's literally. I don't think it's just a vibe. It's a connection. It's innate. It's not like I have to be with a black man. I have to be with a black man. It's just I like black men. Like that is who I'm attracted. That is who I have a connection with. That is who I want to have a connection with. Especially with the struggle that we as black people go through. That's a
If
natural connection.
let me ask you this, and I'm not
Sorry.
asking you. I know you are the asker. Look at me. I drink water. I'm so healthy. Um,
I'm so dry.
so if you were put in a room, right, way to make me look bad. If you were put in a room with 10 black guys, uh, 10 white guys, and you're in this room, and you're let's say it's a dating episode, or let's just say you're just there. Do you think you would have a greater chance if they're single and of finding a black man that matches your personality, your likes, your dislikes, or a white guy?
My black guy.
Do you think if you had the opportunity, if you had 10 men that were black in that room, you probably would never even find out if you're compatible to the white guy? Because I'm sure you could probably find one of the 10, if you're going down a line, one of the 10 black guys that match you better. I don't know if that's to say, I think if you were to be in that same position and you automatically went to the white guy and started matching, I think you're doing that from a place of hurt, and it's just more comfortable. I know for me, I would kick it with the sisters because I would assume that I would be more compatible with them from jump. For me to leave that room with a white girl, I would have to be fighting everything in me. It's hard for me to believe that I would be more compatible with a Caucasian woman. Hard for me to believe. Not saying it's impossible, but hard for me to believe.
So I was thinking if I were in a room and there was one black guy, one white guy, one Hispanic guy, one Asian guy, one native guy, everything the same. Education, da 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 da, like everything is on the same level. Income, no kids, or kids, but they have the same number of kids, whatever. My innate being would look would be attracted to the black guy. Let's
So
say their
so in life,
personalities are different.
how does someone like Serena end up with a white guy?
Because that black guy, and I agree, like I said, it's a last resort for black women. I don't think that it's a primary action that black women take, like to mush the black guy in a station and be like, hey, white guy, like, this name, like, like, black guys do to black women. They be like, nah, I only date white women. And that's happened to me before. And I'll be like, first of all, okay, do you, boo. But I don't think that we would mush that black guy in the face. It's just ooh la la, he's black, nice, love him. Do you think that all black women truly want to be with black men? Oh,
you're, you're out of control.
I didn't know it was that close.
yeah, I'm like, you scared me. I'm like,
I,
do you
I
think
think
that black women? Do you think that all black women truly want a black man?
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I have to go. Yeah, and don't nobody be in the comments judging my mama, because I fight back my mama. So, but I want to say this: my mom, I've never dated a white girl, never kissed one, never anything with one. My mom told me and my brother when we were young, and my mom died when I was 8, so she had to have this conversation with me in first 8 years of my life. She said, "If you bring home a white woman, you don't love your mom." Right? That sounds crazy. Then she went on to say, she said, I nurture you when you need nurturing. When you're sick, I take care of you. When you're hurt, I heal you. She said, if you go get something that I can never be, you don't like me. And then she was worried about this hyper policing of black men. And she said, if you're ever arguing with a white woman in public and you're too loud, you're going to jail. And lastly, she said, Magic Johnson got AIDS because he was cheating on his beautiful black wife with all these white women. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But my mom said it. And lastly, on my way out, she said, if they can't use our comb, don't bring them home. So that was enough for me. I wanted something like my mama. I like my mama's chili. I like my mama's nurturing. So I got something.
Right.
I want something like my mama. I ain't gonna disrespect my
Right, and then
mama.
I think it's also if you bring home a white woman, you're saying that the blackness that your mom is not attractive. Even if she did everything, even if she did everything that your mom
That's
did, made chili exactly how your mom made chili, did this, that, and the third exactly how you know what I'm saying. You bringing home a white woman is saying that her blackness is not attractive, but her qualities are,
oh, that's good.
and her blackness, her appearance is who she is. That's what the world sees. And are you saying the world sees me as ugly just as you see me as ugly?
That's good. I hate to run, but I gotta run.
No, it's okay.
Okay,
You
take
can
care.
you can skip, hop, do whatever you gotta do.
All right.
All right. So, whenever my other two guests want to turn on their cameras, they can, and they are muted right now, so it's good to go. Is it easy for now? This is probably gonna have questions on question time right now because I write the questions on here and then I bring them to our show. Is it easy for a black woman to be with a white man? Um, And viewers, I need y'all to like chime in also. Answer these questions. I see your comments. You know, I post them up and we'll discuss them. Do you think it's easy for a black woman to do with a white man? I can say no. I went on a date with a white guy. I went on a couple dates with a white guy. And the looks that I got for being with a white guy from the black men in particular was murderous. I remember I was walking down the street in Columbus, Cleveland, Ohio, somewhere. It was just after my friend's wedding. One of her groomsmen was this white guy. We connected. We hung out. We were cool. It wasn't nothing serious. So we were walking down the street, and these black men were like, "How dare you? How dare you be with the white man? How dare you?" Da, 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 da. I'm like, we're not even. We're like 5 feet apart from each other. We're not holding hands. We're not skipping. We're not googly eyeing each other. And I'm like, y'all tripping, tripping. But let me say that when a black man is walking down the street with a white woman, oh, it's we have to burn her at the stake because she's racist or she doesn't believe in interracial dating. I don't give a flying flip who you date who you date. Um, Patrick says I have no idea. Laugh out loud as a non-white man. I say as a black woman, it is. But you have to think about it. Do you look at black women oddly if you see them with a white man? Like, is it like are you taken aback by it? I guess is the question. Oreo, did you want to say? Oh, I should change my name to Zebra. If you have Oreo, if you have anything to say, just chime in. Chime in.
I think that because I came in late. So what is the like the core of the topic? But you look great, by the way.
Thank you. The core of the topic isn't bashing black women for being with white men. It isn't this and anything like that. The core of the conversation is why black women might be with black men. I mean, why black women might be with white men. Why those relationships aren't as acceptable as a black man with a white woman. And I know some people are like, yes, it is. The fact of the matter is, it isn't. It's not as accepted as a black man with a white woman. So that's the core of the conversation.
I think that I feel like I was opposed to that at one point, but I'm open to it. I think that there's a lot that goes into why that happens. I don't think it starts off that way because I think that we start off dating those around us and we're mostly around black men. But after a while, the dating pool gets smaller. You change, certain, and then it stops becoming what you look like, but more who you are, how you treat me,
Right.
kind of a situation. It's not like, oh, I'm just attracted to you and that's it. Because attraction
Right.
fades. I need more than that. So yeah, I don't think it's I think sometimes there are some people that say I only date, the opposite, whatever. But I think for other people like myself, it's more like organic. Like maybe we start
Right.
off as friends and then we're like, oh, okay, you cool. I'm digging, whatever the case may be.
Right. And I also think that it's like you see, and I use Serena because I feel like there's a lot that can go on with her and how her relationship was formed. You get the same behaviors from people that look the same. So you get the same behaviors from black men, or you get the same behaviors from Hispanic women, or you get the same behaviors. Then eventually you're gonna be like, that next person is gonna treat me the same way. That next person's gonna treat me the same way. So why would I even put myself in that situation to be treated that way? I mean, we should, not judge the book by its cover, but it's the cover that attracts us. So I think that's an issue too. Um, what do you think is the appeal about white men to black women?
White men to black women. Is that
Yes,
what you said?
I had to think about because it's so weird. It's so weird. I'm so used to saying black men, white women instead of black women, white men. Yes. What's the appeal of white men to black women? Whew.
It's really dark over here. I think it's two things, and I want people to be upset with me. One thing I think the features are desired. Um,
Whose features?
Black women's features.
No, what is the attraction to what the black man to the black woman? So as a black woman, what attracts black women to white men? Why are we attracted to white
Oh,
men?
oh, oh, oh,
Obviously, black women are.
oh,
Girl,
I
let me
thought,
put my crown on. Boo. That's why, because I'm a queen. That's why they're attracted to moi.
oh, okay. Okay, so I think Kelsey over here laughing. That the
Hey, twin.
I think to I think to black I think black women to white men um still two things. One, either the can
Okay, can I chime in really quick? I'm sorry, I don't want to be on camera.
okay, go ahead, Swallow. Yeah.
Okay, so I think the two things are financial security because they have a heads up or a head start. So definitely the financial security. And then
Mm.
unfortunately, the way their children are going to come out looking far as hair and complexion because nowadays the stigma is dark skinned people don't get far. So the lighter the better. I'm muting myself back.
I think that's
And
good.
I
I
didn't even
didn't
think about either one of those things when I
think
wrote my
about that.
answer. Wow.
Yeah, wow. I think that trumps my little superficial answer. I
My
was gonna
superficial too.
I was gonna say because of the workplace, they are sometimes that's who we're around a lot, so you become familiar with them. And then secondly, because I think that white men are becoming more having a more ethnic approach now. So their talk is like more swag, they're dressing with the swag and so yeah, because no, I don't think a lot of people are really, at least black women. I don't think they're attracted to the nerdy white guy. I think they're attracted to the swag white guy. I don't know, but I like Sensuala's answers better.
I want my white guy to be a white guy. I want him to be a white guy. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of pepper. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of pepper, like my Chris Evans. We're gonna get married. So anybody who knows Chris Evans, tell him I love him, and our babies will be hopefully dark skinned. But it's okay. We'll work it out. But I wrote in my answer the respect level. I feel like black men don't respect black women as strongly. Don't kill me, y'all. Don't kill me in the comments. Don't do me like that. Also, white men are more chivalrous. They in my because I'm a very observing person. I observe when I go out, and white men give up their seats more to women. They offer whatever. They open doors. They'll hold a door. I've seen so many black men walk through a door, see me coming, and I don't know if he speeds up his step through the door, but somehow that door closes in my face. I mean, like, you can like hold it with your foot. You don't have to hold it with your hand. You can hold it with your foot. Also, white men seem to be more reliable and more supportive. In that white men seem more confident in their position, so they're okay with their woman being an accomplishing person. Um, but what Consuela said about the financial thing, yes, ma'am. And apparently, mulatto children are in right now. It's the it thing to be interracial. I want my babies, whether their dad is black, white, Hispanic, or Asian, whatever the case may be, I want them to be dark skinned. I want little chocolate drops, and with my complexion and a non dark skinned black man's complexion, it's going to be kind of difficult. And I want them to have the full real like the full Black Panther afro. That is just oh the dream. My next question is: have you ever dated? Okay, y'all saw here. Dated, been in a relationship, slept or slept with a white guy,
I have
or
never,
kissed a white guy.
I have never, I have never, I did like a little smoocher, but that was way back in the day. But
What kind of smoocher? Okay.
um, one time Time for Mikey. Just kidding. Um,
Gosh.
but other than that,
And
no, I've never, ever, ever.
and
Okay.
I have not either. Either in any of the above answers. However, I did consider it. I really did because the ratio to, I don't know, I'm gonna say black men to black women is very low, or low for is low men versus the women. So maybe thinking outside the box, maybe going to someone who is interracial or maybe full fledged white. I thought about it, but I ain't crossed that line yet, so I'm still on my side.
I've gone on dates with white guys. I've gone out of the country with the white guy. I've kissed a white guy. That is my biggest hold up. Cause
So how was
it's
it?
it's
I mean, if
it's
I'm getting, if I'm, I don't want to get too personal. Don't tell your business if you don't want to share.
I
But
haven't slept with I've never slept with a white guy. I've never
no, I mean like,
nah. The
okay, so
kissing
like
or
for
dating.
both, and you can answer whichever question you would like to answer.
So I answer both of them. Dating white guys, it's not it's they take care of it. It's taken care of. Like I got it. I got it. In recent dating with black guys, it's like you gonna take care of the tip. It's like, what you mean? Am I gonna take care of the tip? No. What do you mean? White guys are like, I got it. I got it. Cool. Whatever. Um, for kissing a white guy, it's really to me with my lips awkward. It honestly felt like I was kissing his teeth, and
I wish you could hear me laughing. I just keep muting myself. Not his,
it's
not his
it's
teeth.
really it's like kissing. It is. There's no cushion. There's no softness that these natural black lips. You get the black man, and it's like some black men do have thin lips. My dad has thin lips, but
Right.
kissing um cushioned lips is just something like
It's
my
something
question. I
different.
want to
It
know how
hits
he
different.
felt about it. Right. I want to know how he.
Oh,
I'm
that's a
sure
good question.
he was in love because
Right.
after he kissed
Pillow.
on these, he was like, pause.
Right.
I gotta brush my lips because I feel like I kissed your teeth. That's what it felt like. It was difficult to, and I kissed that guy more than once. It was really difficult to do it the second time. Even more difficult the third time. Usually, you think doing something the first time is the hardest.
Right.
No, this was in reverse.
Oh
It
wow.
was like, oh, okay. It was, but if it's Chris
Man,
Evans, if it's Chris Evans,
who is that?
girl,
I don't even
Captain
know who Chris Evans
America,
is.
girl, that's my boo girl. I love
Oh,
him.
okay.
Yeah. Hey, Daddy. 6 degrees of separation. Y'all know, make it happen. And also, I want to meet Meryl Streep. So
I
please make
knew
it
that
happen
was
more.
gonna come up.
You know, I kissed my Meryl on the cheek. Anyway, could you see yourself as could you see yourself as a black woman with a white man? Like, could you be in a relationship after the years of your life, the years you've been through, everything that you've gone through in life, and had to endure dealing with all races of men? Can you see yourself with a white man for forever?
I don't know about all of that.
I think after my
I mean,
girls are grown
yeah, 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 definitely yes.
and I'm traveling the world, because the other and I'm in my I don't care, I'm carefree, part of
Hmm.
my life, maybe so. But today I'm gonna have to do a hard no.
Yeah, that's me, and I have my
Okay,
reasons behind that.
okay. Yep, I sure can. I think black men have messed it up for other black men. I mean,
Hmm.
I feel like black men opened the door for white men, opened the door to black women for white men.
So is
So I
it
thought I'd
so
share
is
that.
it the black man's fault or the woman's fault for allowing the black man to treat the woman in the way that you feel like they have been pushed off?
I think it's the black man's fault
Because he should be man enough and grown
for
enough to know better.
no, because they treat black. Because I think, and this is not all black men, y'all. Don't think, yeah, if y'all can do
Right,
better than that. It's
exactly.
not all black men. I think black men don't treat black women with the support that we give them, the encouragement that we give them, all that stuff. I don't think they treat black women well enough to keep us for themselves. And I say, and I'm a firm believer that women control men. Men only do what women let them do, right? But it's men's fault that black women have decided to venture off, have decided to see what's out there. Because I think if a black man was doing his stuff, this, you know what I'm saying? If he was laying it down, you know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Calm down. If he was doing all of that, what need is there? I would want to produce more of them. You know what I'm saying? I want to produce more black men, and I do. I would want to produce more black men. But I think, yeah, I think it's black men's fault for the 98%.
Okay.
Um, my next question: do black men look down on black women for dating white men?
Do black men look down on black women? I'm sure some do. I'm sure some, just like black women look down on um white women dating black men.
Right. I think that is a cultural thing. I think, and I'm sure most people are like, black men have no place to look down on black women, just like white men have no place to look down on white women. But I think each race, each ethnic group, Hispanic, Asian, Native, white, black, the men in those communities feel like they have a right to those women. Feel like they have that those beings, and this is not in a slavery like ownership type of thing. It's just that you are ours. Why are you giving them what is ours? So I think again, like you said, black men don't appreciate black women dating white men just as white men don't appreciate white women dating black men or any race with just black men and white in it because it's anyway. Do black women who
Okay.
date black men have a negative view of black? Okay, yeah. Do black women who date white men have a negative view of black men?
No, I don't think so. I mean, some, because some been jaded and some been hurt, and some been abused, so they feel like the next race is the best race. Or um, but I don't think all women are like that. Some, yeah.
Right. I think to a point, yes, they have a negative view of black men because, like I said earlier, I feel like we have an innate gravitational pull to black men, and somebody along the way, whether it was our daddy, our uncle, our granddaddy, our best friend in school, this guy we used to like in elementary school, this dude who I tried to shoot my shot with because that's what women are supposed to do now, didn't work out, and it's like forget them. They did me this way. I'm going over here across the street or across the tracks, you know, and uh, moving on. Now try something new. I'm an equal opportunity dater.
Hmm.
Why not?
Right.
Everybody should get to experience this greatness. You know what I'm saying? Is it more or less acceptable for a black woman to date? How acceptable is it now for a black woman to date a white man? It's more acceptable than it was, but do you think it is on a level of white men um, dating black women dating black men dating white women, black women dating white men? Who's who would be last? Who would be least accepted? Who would be least acceptable out of those four categories?
Say well, I think it's been acceptable for a white man to date a black woman because back in slavery days, weren't they raping the black woman? Yeah, they were
Yeah, they
hiding it.
weren't dating them Hamanasas, but they
I
sure
mean,
were.
not
They
dating them,
sure
but
were.
right.
They sure were
So
abusing
I
them.
mean, right. So they found some type of, I got my children here, so I can't really say certain words, but
Uh huh.
so I think now it's probably looked at as I think more so the white women dating the black men. Like I think that's looked down a little bit more.
I think that,
You know what I'm saying? More harsher than everything else.
yeah, I definitely think that black women dating white men is the least accepted of them all.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and
that's
that could be
thank
because of
you.
the stereotypes they have on black women that they're strong, they don't need a man, they are independent, they are aggressive, whatever this, that, and the third. So it's like black women should be single because apparently black women can do everything by themselves. I cannot. I will not. Anyway, is I think Oreo question mark was getting to this when she was answering something earlier, and it says, "Is the black woman? Do you feel like the black woman is a fetish for white men?"
You said someone else is gonna answer that?
No, I think Oreo was Ash was saying something about that earlier. I mean,
Oh,
you anybody can answer.
do I think black women are fetish for? Oh, possibly, because you know what the ancestors did, but you know, I guess now they say it's love, so I really can't really say if it's a fetish or not, because I don't know. I'm not in that predicament. I think
I
it is.
think so. I think that some people it is. Put it out.
She had to mute herself because she was.
Yeah.
Right. You try, I gotta act like I'm a good parent on this live, y'all.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, so yeah, I feel like for some people, yeah, it definitely is for sure. They be thinking, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
getting black.
right. My great 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 granddaddy did.
Right. Yeah, I think that I'm taming her. Like I got her in
Right.
control. And not everybody's like that, but I think
Not
some
right.
people
Not everyone.
like that for sure.
Right, and I think it's crazy that we have to like preface it by saying not everyone. It's like
But it's
it's
not everyone
obvious to
though.
y'all that it's not
Right.
everyone,
Oh
okay?
yeah, that we have to say that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This disclaimer.
It's like
Don't jump
it's
down
not
our throat. We're
everyone,
not
y'all.
talking about everyone, right?
Right.
Everything we say is not about everyone.
And even though you said it now, we still have to say it again later. Anyway, I feel like it is a huge fetish for white guys. Um, the I get to play in her hair. I get to touch that butt. I get to feel the brown skin. Like I think it starts out as a fetish and it can grow into actual relationship. But I think every because of what what the media shows, what films show, even with sex wise, they show black people as aggressive lovemakers. Um, I was watching. I think it's called movie. The movie's called Booty Call. I think it was where you had this light skinned couple and you had this dark skinned couple. And the light skinned couple, they were making love to basically Beethoven, and the dark skinned couple was making love to basically jungle sounds. So I'm not sure who this is, but they
With
said
Bill
that yes,
Bellamy?
black women are a fetish. I think it was Bill Bellamy and Jamie
Okay, so
Foxx.
that is yeah, yeah.
I think
And Tommy Davidson, I think.
was he in it? I don't
Okay.
know. They got the ran rap, and it was the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that was Tommy Davidson.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's like I think
I
because of
think it's
how the
yeah.
world shows black people or black women that white men have this idea of, ooh, if I could get one of those. And again, I'm an observant person, so I walk down the street and I see how white men look at me. Like, you're a black girl. Hey, girlfriend. I'm like, okay, that's weird. But I do think there's a fetishism. That's a word, guys. Look it up. I can't spell it for you because I don't know where you'll find it. Um, for black women, and this is not one of the final questions. But what would you think Malcolm X would say about black women dating white men?
What? Who would say?
Malcolm X.
Oh,
I don't.
um,
Yeah, I mean, I think, but
that's
I
like
think
what was Louis Farrakhan. But go, I'm sorry.
right, but I think it's things have changed so much that it's not. I think he would focus on other stuff, like how we just kind of we're so integrated and things like that. I think he at the height of his career. I mean, because he was coming off of that separation thing, but I think that he would have just wanted black people to be in a better place overall. And I think that had we gotten to where what he envisioned, I think that it would have been acceptable at some point, as long as black people were okay on their own. Like he didn't want us to have to be dependent, but we didn't even get there. So
In reading his, I read his autobiography. I'm sure a lot of people have. Malcolm X believed in working with the white people, but I don't think he believed in integrating with like white people, like relationship wise. I feel like Malcolm X is rolled over his grave with his middle finger. Sorry, y'all. Bro, shoot his middle finger and giving us his Ada kids. Like, I don't think he would agree with black women dating white men to get a leg up or to advance themselves or for status like black men do with white women. I think he feels like you can get that status with the black men if you treat the black community how you treat the white community. If you do for the black community like the white community does the white community, I think that that's all I
Yeah, Michael Malcolm X will probably be talking to the black man on how to treat the black woman. So I mean, I don't know. I think he wouldn't. I don't know. I'm on both sides. He might. I don't know. I don't know.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Famous interracial couples. Melody Hobbs, interracial couples meaning black woman with a white man, George Lucas. George Lucas. Everybody, if you don't know who George Lucas is, these black women dating billionaires. You know what I'm saying? They going out some money. You know what I'm saying? Who your where your boss at? Is who they ask. Amon and David Bowie, Serena Williams and that Reddit guy. I still don't know his name. Wolfgang Puck's wife is black. Robert De Niro's wife is, I think her name is Grace Hightower. Um, Siskel Ebert, Robert Ebert. He is no clue what that says. He was married to a white woman, black woman. He's passed since. Jessica Olsen and Dirk Nowinski. You have Meghan Markle, Rachel Meghan Markle, and Harry of Windsor. You have Old Parker and Sandy Newton. Sandy Newton's married to a white guy. I didn't know that. Tika Sumpter's married to a white guy. Paula Patton and Robin Thicke, you know them. Um, Kamala Harris, you know, for the she doesn't matter. And then me and Chris Evans.
And
So
Eve and Janet Jackson.
Eve, Janet Jackson's married to I guess she call him white, but I think he's Ethiopian or Arabic.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what Eve's husband is, but I think Eve is she white? I think she is.
I think he is.
She is married to a billionaire white guy for sure.
Yeah.
You got to. I mean, if you gonna date a white guy, date a white guy with money. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
But I have. Do you think? Um, and I guess this is a pass or fail for black men. Are black men letting black women know their value? I'll run through these. Are black men letting or showing black women, letting us know our value in the world, not just with them, but in the world?
no, definitely not. I think that black men often don't. I think the focus is always on them. Not always. Most of the focus on them and building them and supporting them, and so and then they don't even acknowledge the fact that hey, you got here because it was a team effort. So that's devaluing me. You know, you have this job because of
Facts.
me. You doing this retirement or whatever because I helped you get there. And then it's just not appreciated. Even when it comes to separation, like if you're raising the children apart, I think that black men don't say, hey, you had a child most of the time and you the one doing the homework with them. Hey, I appreciate that. Good looking out. Thanks for holding them down. I think that
Right.
devalues. But we're supposed to understand your struggle in the world and acknowledge your struggle and how difficult it is for you.
And
It's
make you feel
difficult for
better.
me too, my brother.
Right. If I'm supporting you, who is supporting me? I think it's an epic fail. I think black men do not, and it's not very few, but some of them they try, but 10 people can't show a million their value. 10 black men can't do the work for to show a million black women that they're valued. Um, do black women pass or fail to speak positively about, not to, but about black women?
Repeat the
About
question.
black women? Or okay.
Yeah, do black men pass or fail to speak positively about black women? Like if they're in the street somewhere with random people, do you think they're more likely being negative or positive about black women?
I would say positive, but I think maybe I have a tainted view because I'm thinking about. I know Chubby is such a big advocate for Black women, especially in the workplace. Leroy. So I think the males that are around me, my dad, they speak positively about Black women. So I would have to say positive, but in a group setting. But I don't think that they initiate positivity. Not those men, but as a whole, I don't think Black men initiate positivity, and I don't think that they have the intent to paint us in a positive light all the time.
Okay. So, Paul, you want to say something? I think.
Yeah, I agree with Ashley.
Okay. I don't think they do. I think. Well, I guess I would have to agree with that. And if they were forced to, they would. But I don't think they're going around trying to change the stereotypes that have been that society has been trying to brand black women with. Um, do you think black men are doing a good job of protecting the heart of women?
Mm-mm. I'm gonna say no on that one.
Say
I
again?
mean, again, and I hate it, and we're gonna keep saying it, but some are, and some are, dirty dogs and don't care nothing about the heart of any woman. So I don't know.
I feel like that's another fail. They're not. I don't think they protect black women's heart. And mine is my next question. Mind or physical of black. Well, more physical because a lot of black women I see are stepping up. Like, hey, you're not gonna touch her like that. You're not gonna do that. You know, just calm down, back up off her.
Right, right.
Don't do that. You're not gonna do that. But when it comes down to it, I don't think they're protecting our heart and our mind, especially not to the extent that black women protect the hearts and mind of black men. Um, do you think black men protect black women from white women? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
I don't think they need to be protected.
I think they should stand up and be like, nah, you're not gonna talk to her like that. Like, nah, you're not gonna that video ain't gonna you ain't gonna fly with that video. Calm down. Like I saw a video recently on TikTok where it says he dates me because he says I'm
I
more
knew.
black than most
Yes,
black
I knew you
women
were talking about
he
that.
knows. I'm sorry.
And what does that?
What?
What does that mean?
Nope. What do you mean? Nope. Nope. What? Which one? What is this nope for? Um, that she acts more black than black women. I don't know.
What?
Or there was another one where it says he dates white women. He likes the white women that act black. And I'm like, yeah, that's because the black women that he wanted didn't want him. You're a backup.
Yeah.
You're a backup offer. So I don't know
Take
what
his
that means,
hostage.
but
Right.
um, I feel like they should stand up for black women when white women disrespect black women because black women are doing white women are doing this stuff because black men think that junk funny. They think that junk is cute, and it's not. In my humble
Or,
opinion, it's not cute.
or maybe she just did that for views and really didn't mean it because
I've
she
heard
didn't
that
look the
before though.
best. Oh,
Yeah, I've heard that before. I like white girls that act black. You can just date a black
um,
woman, but it's the features that you're attracted to. Um, but
well, I heard a guy tell me. He said, I mean, when you say features, I don't know if it's concerning the hair and how, but I heard a black man tell me he talking about he would never date a white woman because when he said he said he tried it once, but the minute he put his hands like try to rub his hands through her hair, he just felt scalp. He said he didn't like that. He said he liked the feel. He said no, I like to feel hair. I like the afro. I like the natural of a black woman. He said, 'Cause when I grabbed her hair, that was around. He said he was done. He never kissed her, like never. When he tried that little, I guess, run through, it was epic. He was done. He said, but he has me cracking up every time he says that. I said, you so crazy. So I don't know about the. I mean, I guess the features, like what type of features, the slim nose or something, the blue eyes,
I don't know because most of them are buying black features, so I don't even know to be honest.
right? With the lip fillers
Uh,
and the buds
and tans and all that stuff.
and
It's
tan
like,
tan galore.
but
Sorry,
black
sorry,
women
sorry.
are disgusting and unattractive. Anyway, I had if we're talking about what people have told us, I had a guy tell me he was talking to a white girl and they were about to do the nasty. And he's like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, B. I couldn't do it. Coochie looked like raw chicken meat, bruh. I was
Yeah.
like, too much information. One.
Right. Oh
I
my
was like, this is the
gosh.
things people come up with. I'm like, is that what you initially? Is that what you thought? And he was like, yeah, I couldn't do it, B. I couldn't do it.
Oh my
I couldn't do
god.
it. I couldn't eat chicken for a
Not
week
raw
either. I was
chicken.
like, okay, okay, go that way. But that's neither here nor there. Um, high caliber black women. Um, do black men um make that a negative thing? Which means you have a good job, you have income. Like I get why it doesn't really matter a woman having um a lot of money and a good job. It doesn't matter. Y'all want to know if she gonna produce kids for you and take care of the house. I get it. That's cool. It's all about how you say it. But to be a high caliber black woman, are they making that a negative, which is causing people to not want to be educated or fiscally or financially secure?
No, I think it's just making the black woman um keep her mouth closed. I mean, because I don't think they're gonna dumb down and not get the best education or get the best job and risk, being talked down. I mean, because they're trying to find a high value man. But I think she just gonna just learn to just keep her mouth closed and be like, oh, okay.
Let's not
But
shit
what?
her. You're a high caliber black woman. What are you talking about her?
Hmm.
I
Oh,
said you're a high caliber black woman. You educated. You got
but we are talking
um.
in strokes,
But
and so are
but
you, by the
I
way.
agree, and I
Okay,
keep
so,
my mouth shut.
right.
You ask me a question. So, how do you feel about the political climate? Political? What's that?
Sometimes playing
I
dumb
just
is a
answer a
smart
question in my
move.
head.
Right,
Sometimes you gotta play dumb. Sometimes you
right.
really gotta play dumb.
Sometimes playing dumb is a smart move.
It's frustrating though, cause like a dude will be doing something, and you're like, there's an easier way to do this. Yeah, you're doing
Right.
great.
That's
Get your
when we
dang
have to
on
be
by
the
now.
encourager. Right. But sometimes you
Right.
have to let the man make the decision. Either he gonna fail, fly. fly or fall, but just know that
And
he
if
is
he
the
fall,
man.
he not gonna ask you to figure it out. He not gonna ask you what you think. Anyway, are black men passing or failing as husbands?
Uh, I don't know. The divorce rate is so high across the board, so I don't know.
I'm going to say they pass as black as husbands. They are. Um, I feel like they're less abusive. I think they're less cheating. And mind you, I've never been
This
married,
is
so I don't
snippet.
know how it goes just from the
This
outside
snippet.
looking in. I think they're more active in their relationships or in their marriages, in that white men are always working, 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 which I understand because you got to have money for the house sometimes, but you also have to have time for me. Um, so I think black men pass as husbands. And my last question is, are they passing as fathers? And I think they're passing as fathers, especially listening to some of the white people I know. Their daddies were never home. Never.
Yeah, okay, but my thing with that, with the father issue, and it's a lot of black men that has multiple baby mamas. I
Hmm.
mean, if you get all your children all the time, then that's great. But then some, you have a baby mama that you live with some children, then the other children are left out. It's if everybody just not try to impregnate and populate the world with multiple people, I mean, I think they'll definitely have a better grip or grasp on fatherhood. Now, I know some men who have multiple babies from multiple different women. I mean, it's not a lot, like maybe six or five, but they are definitely involved in all the children's lives, which is great. I mean, they great, hands down great. But then there's some people I saw on Ayala, how do you say her name?
Oh Lord.
28 children with 16 women. That's just too much. But
Right.
I would say yeah, pass on for the most part on fatherhood because like you said, they didn't have pos- a high percentage of them did not have their father in their life, so they don't want their children to have that same experience that they had.
Right.
Oh, see,
And
all in
and
my mouth.
playing devil's advocate, I think if would stop these women would stop having unprotected sex with these men, if these women would stop just trying to be loved through their body, um, that would kill the baby producing population.
Right, exactly. And a baby don't keep a man. Trust and believe that.
Hello. I mean I don't have any, but
First, second,
hello.
28th baby mama. I'm like, if you live with a man, he had five different children from five different women, baby girl, you will be number six. Like, just
Baby girl.
sometimes common
He
sense.
don't want to be.
Right. Sometimes, God gave everybody six senses. I mean, not everybody use that sixth sense, which is common sense, but some people really need to just chime in and use that sixth sense. You just look at the pattern. If the dominoes ain't stacking up or adding right, don't do it.
If the
Think twice.
jumpers keep falling down, stop playing the
And yeah,
game.
right. And if yeah, people change, but just mm-mm.
I agree. I agree. But and so to sum it up, because that's all I have. I want. I'm almost kept under an hour. I think black women innately and intentionally want black men, but
Why?
I feel like
Why is
it's a
that?
connection that we just. I feel like it's an innate connection that we have. Like it's just. It actually said
Oh,
it
you say black
earlier.
women won't. Oh, you say black women want black men.
Right.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely,
Um,
definitely. I thought you
do
said
we
white
end up
women
with
want
them?
black
No, but I think our connection to them, our draw to them is innate and it's natural. It's not forced. It's not. I don't think it's forced. I agree in that it is who you surround it by that you tend to gravitate toward. But black women hold that gravitational pull much longer than any other race or uh, sexual gender, any other gender much more than any other race and gender do. We hold on to that pull. We maintain that connection longer into our life than others do. So
Hmm.
I thank you guys for joining me, you ladies for joining me.
Yeah,
And
sorry I
Jay,
couldn't
I
be on
appreciate
video. I was doing my daughter's hair, so I was kind of, if I wanted
it's
to chime
okay.
in.
You're here. We can hear you. And this experience was great. It's to be able to hear just audio and not visual, that helped me. So I appreciate you there.
Oh, good.
Patrick, thank you for commenting. And who else? There's a couple of people that commented. Oh, Lisa commented, Charm commented, and Ebony commented. Let me know it's Ebony. Oh, and Mr. Muggy.
I wish I could have saw the
I appreciate you
comments.
all. Um, I, I flashed them when they came up, most of them.
Oh yeah,
But
they were so small,
yeah.
girl. I'm on my phone. I couldn't. Plus I'm doing hair. So. Okay,
Oh,
well, thanks for
so
having
yes.
me.
Thank you so much. Next month is a whole nother month. Next month is all about love and relationships. So
And it's Black History Month. Woo woo.
it is Black History Month. Yes, it is.
Why we gotta have one? Why we can't have
Oh, we
six
talk.
months?
I mean, shoot, in my household, it's Black History every day. Know
Exactly. That's
thyself.
true. No,
Know
I agree.
thyself. Okay.
I agree.
Um, and what you do today will be history for somebody tomorrow. Know that, children. Know that.
Right.
So you creating history as a little black person. I don't have kids, y'all, but I be thinking about how I'm gonna deal with my children. Shut up and shut up. I'm joking. I don't think so. My sisters don't agree. But anyway, so guys, thank you so much for joining me. We talked on black women, white men. Serena, girl, I get why you did it. Hook me up with Chris Evans. Do your thing, sis. Do your thing. I'll ask that
Thanks for
question later.
having
I'm gonna
me.
write it down. Thanks for coming, little Oreo and some fun. And to my guests that are watching and that will be rewatching and sharing this on their page, thank you for joining us. We're back. I'm excited. Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Join the live, join the conversation, join the energy. If you have any questions that you want to post on the Question Time Live page or Question Time page, go post them. Add to the conversation. We don't talk enough as a society. Too many text, too much text messaging, too much videoing, too much of no non-real verbal communication, and then it all gets lost in translation. So let's work on our communication with each other. Let's start the conversation and let's talk about it. It's okay to have differences. It's okay to have difference of opinion. It's okay to agree, and it's okay for not everyone to agree with you. I look forward to talking to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.